Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing just a quick update so you guys can have a sense of exactly what's going on in the oil field, especially given the situation in Russia and Ukraine. So this video is actually coming from the Bakken shale, which is in North Dakota, parts of Montana, Canada, and I also believe probably parts of South Dakota. So here is a typical truck stop, and you can see if the truck stop is full of trucks or empty. That gives you a kind of sense. You put your finger on the pulse of activities in the oil field. Those trucks run 24/7, and you have the drivers who actually live in the trucks. They cook in the trucks, eat in the trucks, and then they come to these truck stops because the truck stops are huge and they have showers in there. These are the kinds of jobs you can expect to get out here. Not many oil field jobs these days. Back in the day when the Bakken was booming, you would see like 90% of the jobs out on this board would be for oil field jobs and services. But right now you have realtors, you have farming, cleaning services, and just a few jobs in the oil field, and those in the oil field mostly need CDLs. As you can see, those are the kinds of flatbeds that they use to move heavy equipment around. Back there you have some of the box trucks are just actually regular trucks doing deliveries, and they are running on highway 2, and then they have to stop for gas, because going from Billings, Montana to Fargo, they would mostly use highway 2. So that's just kind of what it feels like out here. Also, we will take a quick look at the gas prices. Since the gas prices went up, now you don't see so many vehicles on the road. During the period of boom following the 2008 recession, people almost forgot that gas is a commodity that could fluctuate very easily on the flip of a dime. Same thing happened around 2008, and people were basically giving away their trucks and SUVs. Little cars were very popular back then, and the Prius wasn't so popular, but people knew more about things like the Toyota Corolla and other small vehicles. The Suzuki Metro was one very popular one. The kind of the same thing hasn't happened here yet, but you just kind of get a sense that people are using smaller vehicles. There's been a chill on those very big trucks that people bought a lot of. You can see the gas price out here is about $3.95, and diesel is $4.59. Haven't yet gotten to $4 for gasoline, but hopefully it stays at $3.59 and drops. So that's a crude oil tanker right there, probably heading to the gas station for lunch, to the truck stop. And you can see the road. It's about 4 p.m. and not much activity. Typically, if the oil field were booming, this would be about the kind of time where people are returning home from working on the rigs, going out to wells to service them. At this time, they will be heading back to the company location or where they are staged to get ready and switch over, probably at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, depending on the company. So this road is highway 2. It runs east to west. To the east, it takes you to the next biggest town called Minot, and going west, which is where the camera is pointing to right now, takes you to Williston, which is like the ground zero of the Bakken. So you have these different shales that are being exploited right now for oil. The Bakken is kind of a little bit mature, but down in Texas there's still a lot of drilling going on in the Permian shale. So Texas, I think, is actually like number one right now. A lot of activity. From what I understand, the oil companies don't have so much trouble getting permits, so to pull permits there is not so hard. And then the weather in Texas is also quite good, so it allows activities in the oil field to take place almost year round. Whereas here in North Dakota, we just got to 45 degrees today. Previously it was very, very cold, below zero, just 2 weeks ago. And yesterday, good news, I saw the first flock of birds returning from down south. So that's a very good indicator of warm weather coming in the next few days ahead. So depending on what the administration does, if they do allow the companies to go ahead and start drilling, then we can see production in the United States ramp up, and that way the United States is not so dependent on foreign oil. And the reason I'm driving and talking to you guys is I'm just trying to get you guys, especially those who have been out here before, to kind of gauge the level of activity, and that usually informs them about what's going on out here right now. Back in the day, the whole place used to be very, very chocked full of people, trucks, service equipment. The road was really busy, but now, as you can tell, it's very tepid. Fewer vehicles, fewer trucks, more sedans, and certainly not many oil field equipment moving around, just mostly service vehicles, which would be the oil tankers and walkover rigs. So on the right is one very popular company out here. They are a major company, used to employ a lot of drivers, but the activity has shifted a lot to pipelines, so you see a lot of trucks parked there. I'm not really sure what's going on, if they are still hiring. You can see they have a sign there that they are hiring. So if you are a Class A CDL with hazmat endorsement, or just a Class A CDL from anywhere in the country, usually they would fly you out here and then put you through the training to get your hazmat, and that way you can become operational. The pay out here in the Bakken is pretty good for people who haul oil. That seems to be the main activity right now. There's also some fracking going on, so sand haulers and hot water haulers, those make also good pay out here. But the ones who make the most for sure are the people who haul oil, because for those you need additional certifications, hazmat, DOT, and OSHA, and a few more other things. So they get to be paid a little bit more. So pretty much that's the overview I just wanted to give you guys, and thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye for now.